Okay, I think it says you're live on Facebook, but it's delayed, so it takes an extra second. Okay, but we should be live on Facebook. Okay, so we're gonna do wins, and then today they did, Eric did, what is it, Q&A, but he also gave a lesson at first, which I think is awesome. So we're gonna go into that and play off of that today. What I'm looking on Facebook and on Zoom, any wins? Actually, there's always a win. So if it's small or big, I don't care. What are wins?
I got some.
I got the win.
I got some wins. I got like 3 or 4. So I went camping this weekend. I set up at my campground, but I went for the flea market that they had on Saturday. I sold like almost $50 Thursday night. And then at the flea market, I sold close to $100. They wanted to talk to me about my membership. Of course, I bring my bling bag in. Okay. Sold her 5 pairs of earrings off the bat. This is going to go to my website. I had one lady ask me, we were talking, and she does Scentsy, and we were talking about how we get a replicated site for free and stuff. And then I friended her on Facebook, and then she messaged me back, how much to join your business? I want to join on the 26th. And when I was there, now see, every time I say I'm going to get a business partner, something happens. So when I say it out loud, it's like scary. Then on the other thing, several people at the campground goes, hey, they do a vendor event. It's a farm that does this event on July 1st. It is free, and I got me a spot.
Yay!
So I got spots for the next 4 months booked up.
Wow.
So for me, that's a big one because I've never done that much jewelry or sold that much at one time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
So it's because you open your mouth and you keep your bling with you.
Yeah.
Yes. For the 5 years I've been doing this, I carry my bling everywhere except for COVID kind of. And I'm starting to do Facebook Lives. I tried to do one this morning. My internet would not work. My Wi-Fi would not work. Wouldn't work on my phone. I'll let it go. So
It's just, you go with it. Same thing with these
Yeah.
things. Just, there's good and bad days, and there's no, okay, let me change that. It's no good or bad experience. It's only learning experience. Oh, I'm like, hey, Valencia's here. I was like, is she gonna get on? They're still going. Oh, any other quick wins? I gained 4 new buying customers last week. I'm just looking on Facebook. Mildred.
I have a win. Yes, hi. So I've been telling my customers in my life that I am on the way to Life with the Party Browns, and that I just needed like this much to make it. I woke up this morning, one customer placed a big order. So by the end of today, I'll be Life with the Party Browns. So I'm excited.
See,
Oh my goodness.
and that's what I like. It's me. I know my personality, like I am very much a giver. I will do things for everyone. And I feel like being a mom too, you get in that habit that it's like, oh, here, I'm going to do this for my kids. I'm going to do this. But asking for help, it's harder for me to do because it's like, I'll figure it out. But people want to help out. And so I think just by communicating, say, here, I'd love, if I'm trying, this is my goal. If you could help, great. If not, it's totally fine.
Right.
And so I think just by putting it out there, like, people want to help. I love that. Okay, well then we're gonna jump in real quick. Valencia, are you in a good place? What I just said is because they're doing Q&A. I think just telling, because I did as a subject line, what was it? Innovate or be eliminated. And just
Correct.
telling the story, the lesson thing. I think that's where I was going to go.
Okay. So you can chime in. I am actually driving to a dentist appointment at the same time. I thought I would be stationary, but I'm not. So, but today was, as Brittany mentioned, innovate or die. And so we mentioned it. If you ever watched, which I have not, Blackberry story on its time, and it talked about
Hey, Valencia.
Blackberry.
Hold on one second. Can you guys hear
Hear me?
her? Is she bleeping out?
Am I blinking out?
Yeah, I think you're losing service.
Me, is it good now or no?
Yes,
Better?
yes.
Better. Okay. So what he talked about was the Blackberry story. You can watch the documentary on Amazon Prime, and the story is basically about the business of Blackberry, and he's focusing on innovate or die. Blackberry did not necessarily innovate, and so the company died out, and so they were about 45% of the cellular.
Hey, you're breaking out
Can you hear me,
again.
Brittany? You like you can't hear
You're in and out.
me? Okay. So
I'll
maybe
I'll
let me
jump
see.
in. You're totally fine. I
Okay.
understand.
Go
If
ahead.
you're driving, I get it, you guys. That's why we're here to help.
Okay, go ahead.
So the thing is what Eric kind of went into is, did you guys all have a BlackBerry? Like, do you guys know what BlackBerry phones are? If there's anyone younger than me, then I could see not knowing it, but I'm like, y'all should know what a BlackBerry phone is, okay? They said that in this documentary, BlackBerry had 45% of the market of cell phones worldwide. Like, that is a huge percentage of phone users throughout the not just US, it's worldwide. Well, they said that they were so keen on keeping the keyboard and touching it, where Apple came in and said, no, why not use the whole screen? And so Apple changed. So instead of innovating, instead of changing and going with whatever the people are wanting, BlackBerry kept it as the keyboard. Well, now they have 0% of the market. BlackBerry went from 45% to 0. Like, that is a huge thing. And so it was something that Eric said. He goes, I am constantly going. And I feel like it's here, I've got family. Okay, I've got this going on. I've got to keep a household. I've got to clean. I've got to run my business. I've got to do this, this, and this. And we're doing a million things. And sometimes you get overwhelmed. And then it's like, well, my lives aren't going how I want them to. I'm not building as fast as I want to. I'm not growing. I'm not getting the, people aren't coming back as much. I'm not getting the input as much as I want. So then what happens? We get frustrated, we take a step back, and then you get burned out, or you go and veg out on this and that and doing different things. But what he said is he went and he vegged out on watching Netflix. And he goes, what are you doing that if you need to take a step, like, what are you going to do that can help build you? And so what are you going to learn from these things? Are you going to take a minute and veg out of watching? He said that he watched Ted Lasso, which, you guys, it says the F word quite a bit, but the concept behind Ted Lasso, he has some great theories in there. And Mom's like, what's that? And so he's like, what can you learn from these things that you can innovate and add it into your business? And so he said, since BlackBerry went completely under, what are you doing in your business that it's, no, I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to keep doing this. How can you innovate? Where the tactics haven't, what is it? I can't think of the words. Tactics are going to be constantly changing and evolving, but it's the main, and I can't think of the words. It's the main concept is going to stay. So here we sell jewelry. It's going to sit, it's going to stay, but the tactic is going to change over time. So at first, like mom and I, we go out and do home parties and do events. I know there's still a lot of people that do that, but now it has changed. The tactic has changed that I'm more online. I'm going on Facebook. So are you evolving with the things that are present and doing that? At first, it was posting pictures on Facebook. Then it went to going live. And then it was doing reels. What are you doing that you're still working your business and you're doing all the things, and how you present yourself, how you talk to people? It's just kind of, you're just changing the way of how you talk about it. Where for a while it was working of going in and saying, hey, join my business. And you send a message and you like throw up all the information. Now it's like, oh my gosh, I know what you're doing when you send me that message. And so it's getting to know people. It's talking to them. Are you evolving with what you're learning? Are there going to be good days and down days? Yes. Are there times where I post lives, I post reels, and I have 0 comments, I have 0 views? Yes, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to learn from this. I'm not going to do this type of thing again. I'm going to pivot a little bit and I'm going to give this type of information. How can you utilize your business? And you're going to do it that it's like, and it's, again, you hear it, that marketing, sometimes it's a crapshoot, you guys. I'm just going to say it straight out there, that it's like, I'm shooting a shotgun out there and I'm seeing what works. But then when you see that it works, sometimes when you do that same thing, you don't get the same response, but it's just staying consistent. There was I actually talked about this in, what time is it? I will post it in the group. There was, his name is Alex Hermosi. He did a video. He's this guy. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but he did a little, he's blown up. He's this multi-billionaire. And he said, on the caption says, go from 0 followers to 1 million followers or something like that. And he had a great hook. And what he said in there was very, very profound to me. He goes, I did a podcast, and I have to go back and look. I don't remember if it was every day or once a week. I think it was once a week. He was consistent for 6 years. 6 years. Nothing. Didn't get any, like, he's like, I didn't grow, nothing. 6 years. Some people, it's like after a month, 6 months, it's like, I'm not going anywhere. My followers aren't growing. I'm not doing this. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? 6 years, you guys. He said what he looked at, he's like, that was the best thing I ever could have done. I learned my voice. I learned how to present myself. I learned what my audience, I built confidence. He said, this is something. And then that's when he talked into, Eric brought up today, when you're talking to people, it's what is your post? What is your stance? People don't give them, all top leaders, all these 1 million objections, because I go in saying, I am confident. And so he learned that over time. He's like, in 6 years, I learned my voice. I learned what my audience went or likes. And then it blew up. And now he has people coming to him. He's this, like I said, he has moved into this multi-billionaire because he stayed consistent. And so I'll put that video in, I'll post it in the group, and I'll also post it in the chat here once a week, sometimes 2 to 3 times a week, right there, Roxanne, thank you. But he evolved. He could have quit, but look, if he would have quit year 2 or 3, he wouldn't be where he's at right now. And so sometimes when I feel like we're running our wheels and we're just like, oh my gosh, is this even, we feel stuck, and it's like, is this even doing anything? It's keep pushing forward. And that is going to be the difference of, I was consistent. It may take 6 years, it may take 10 years, but it's going to change if you stay consistent, and people are going to come. And so, and I truly, like, I believe that 100%. And in our boot camp, that's what we talked about. All the top recruiters and the top sellers are like, be consistent. And that was my whole thing. I'm like, well, it's easy because you're this and this. And I told them that. But at the end of the day, if you are there showing up, it's, you go to Walmart and what do? You walk into Walmart and the door is locked at noon. You go the next day, they're locked at 10 o'clock. You're going to quit going to Walmart because they are not consistent. They're never open. And so it's really kind of looking at here, where am I at? How am I going to be evolving myself? Am I listening to podcasts? Am I doing assignments? Am I trying to build myself, not just internally, but what am I doing to try and improve my business every single day? So there is that. I'm going to give an assignment because since Eric didn't give an assignment, I'm giving you guys my own assignment today. I think the biggest thing is to really reflect on your business and see one, how am I growing my business every single day, and just kind of look at yourself as far as a reflection. Am I being consistent? Am I trying to build my business every single day? I don't care if it's even just 5 minutes. It does not have to be 5 hours a day. It doesn't have to be 3 hours. What are you doing to try and build your business every single day? And what am I doing to try and learn? Is it just doing these? Are you listening to some self-help books? Are you reading? Are you listening to a podcast? Are you just watching some motivation? Is there something that you are doing to help build yourself every single day? And if not, what are you going to start doing? And again, 5 minutes. That's something that we do on the phone. If you go and take a potty break for 5 minutes and you lock the door, I don't care. That can be your 5 minutes of motivation. So what are you doing for your motivation every single day to build you as far as yourself internally? Second is look at your business. Are you building it some way every single day and reflecting on that? And if not, how can you do that every single day? And then, what was the third thing? It left me. It'll come to me. Personal, business, and then just looking at being consistent. Am I being consistent? And what does that look like? So any questions in the next 3 to 4 minutes, because I have to be ready because new release is going to be so awesome today. And if you didn't see the sneak peek, you better go look at it because it's amazing. Any questions?
Greg.
Yes.
Hey, so it's so interesting that this is the subject today because over the last 3 or 4 days, I'm like, okay, I need to change up how I'm doing my posts. I'm not getting as many interactions as I'm wanting. So I'm looking through my posts. I'm like, you know what? They just look the same. They're boring. I need to change them up. So yesterday I spent the day in Canva and I went and found some templates and made them to fit what I'm wanting to do and really make them like grab people's eye as they are scrolling through. And so I've done that. And then I did a Saturday morning when I was getting ready, I just turned my camera on and did a get ready with me on my personal page. And I've had quite a few people comment and reach out to me and just give them something besides jewelry and that interaction. So
I think so. It's doing that plan to review. And I think that's huge because we're shifting and doing a whole different overhaul of all my social media, that it's doing that same thing, that it's, okay, am I getting the interaction that I want? It's people want to know what you're doing. And like, that's why I'm like, they don't want to watch me sit here and like yell at my kids and run around. People love it. And that it shows seriously, there's you guys will see them coming out. I'm like, I'm yelling at my kids again. They're screaming again. And it's just showing that I'm not alone. Josetta, did you have a question or? You're muted.
Okay, I just wanted to comment on Robin. I find that I get a whole lot more interaction when I do things that's not pertaining to jewelry. I don't mention the jewelry, but I have it on everywhere. Okay. So, and I do this, I learned this from my social media run. So I do it on my regular page, and with me doing it consistently, people are coming over to my business page. But right now I'm doing, which is so crazy, I told them to help me pack for Las Vegas. So I'm on outfit number 2, y'all. They are, I'm getting so many likes and so many comments. So I'm going to do my whole suitcase for every day. I'm doing an outfit a day, and I'm having my jewelry with it. And then when I finish, I said I was going to show them my suitcase and show them how I roll my stuff and have my jewelry in my Ziploc bags to match each outfit. You know, this is working.
That is brilliant.
Mhm.
Brilliant. And then I am not an accountant or a CPA, but if that's being used for content, it's, hey, I got some new shoes that I had to go with this outfit and I'm showing it for content. Again, talk to a CPA and all that, and you guys, but you know, write-offs, you just be creative. Any other questions, tips? I'm like not paying attention to Facebook. Sorry, guys. Okay, well, if not, then we are gonna go. I love you guys. I'm gonna go get my 20 screens up so I can watch when those letters release. And good luck today. And I love you guys.
Love you too. Have a good one.
You too. See you.
Thanks.